Boredom isn't a problem to overcome, but an invitation to choose how fully you're willing to be here. Most of us meet boredom as resistance, a signal to stop, delay, or drift back toward comfort. But one quiet night by the fire, an old man spoke of boredom differently, not as an enemy, but as a messenger standing at crossroads, waiting to see who would choose. The night was still when the old man began to speak. The fire crackled, sending tiny sparks up toward a moon that hung pale and watchful above the trees. The listeners leaned closer, cups of tea warming their hands. He stretched his legs toward the flames and smiled faintly. Every morning, he began, before the sun even lifts its head, I rise and go through my little rituals. A few stretches, a few breaths, a few quiet moments to remember I'm alive. And almost every morning, he chuckled, there's a small, lazy voice that pipes up inside me. This again? Why not lie down? The bed's warm. The world can wait. Several of the younger ones laughed softly. They knew that voice well. The old man nodded. Ah, yes, that voice. It's not wicked. It's just the part of us that loves comfort more than growth. It doesn't yet understand that the very act of rising, of choosing to move when you could stay still, is where life begins to change. He poked the fire with a stick, sending a rush of orange light over their faces. That's the crossroads, he said. The place where your consciousness splits into two paths, one that follows the whisper of ease and one that follows the whisper of purpose. A long silence drifted between them, broken only by the low sigh of burning wood. One morning, the old man went on, I heard that voice, same as always. I don't want to. But that day, something in me woke up and said, I'm not that voice. I am the one who chooses. He looked around the circle, his eyes bright. And that realization, that single, simple truth, changed everything. Because the moment you choose, really choose, you stop being dragged by your moods. You become the fire itself, not the smoke blown by the wind. He leaned forward, his tone growing firm but warm. So I began to meet that voice with what I call the aggressive choice. Not harsh, not angry, just full of energy. Like striking flint. I'd say, yes, I choose this. I want this. I am here fully. And you know what happened? The boredom vanished. The practice came alive again. Even the smallest stretch became a celebration. A woman across the fire tilted her head. So it's not about discipline, she asked. He smiled. No, child. It's about love expressed as commitment. Discipline sounds heavy, but love, when it's awake, moves with joy. The body listens, the brain softens, and the act that once felt dull becomes sacred again. You don't wait for motivation. You create it with presence. The wind rustled through the pines, carrying the scent of smoke and pine resin. When boredom comes, he said at last, smile at it. It's only a messenger reminding you that you are free. You can stop, or you can continue with your whole heart. That freedom is the real practice. The rest, the breath, the movement, the silence are just ways of learning how to love this moment into life. He leaned back, eyes half closed, as the fire settled into glowing coals. And when you choose that again and again, even the simplest morning becomes beautiful. Not because the world changed, but because you did. The circle was quiet then, each person watching the embers, lost in their own crossroads. The night felt deeper somehow, as if listening too.